DeAndre, we were just talking to Phil about how exciting this team can be as they move forward. Because you have a lot of guys that have a good first touch and they can move the ball around quickly. That opens up opportunities for you as well coming through the right side. This team wants to score more goals. What do you have to do to help offensively? We obviously know that the first part of the job for you is to play good defense.
Mm-hmm. For me personally, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
I think just the timing of my runs getting forward needs to be precise. And then, the main thing is just finding the guys in the box. Like, you have guys like Leo, Joseph, Ari, Jake, who we've added, Mota, Nico, that, Rodo, all guys that, when they get in front of the goal, they're lethal. So it's just about finding them in front of the goal. And, one of my goals this year is to find those guys in front of the goal more than I did last year.
What is Phil stressing tactically? Obviously, modern day fullback, you've got to get into the attack, you've got to whip and crosses, but especially with this 4-4-2 diamond that we've seen this preseason, there's not really wide players besides the fullback. So what is different there from a tactical standpoint for the fullback?
I think the most important thing is staying on the ball. I think even still we're a little bit too quick to go forward with it. There's times where you obviously have to go forward quick, but there's also times in that system, you can commit a lot of guys forward, but if you do lose the ball, then
right.
it can be really dangerous. So I think the main thing is keeping the ball. We have a lot of guys who can play centrally. Mm-hmm. I think that's why we've chosen to play this. And then we have a lot of guys that can play up front as well. Leo, Joseph, Ari, Jake. So we have a lot of depth in certain positions also. So I think the main thing is just keeping possession. That's what's really been stressed. So that's what we're really working on.
We talked a lot last year, saw a lot last year of you getting high, and especially with Chris being a left back, it was a little bit easier. That right side was more dominant offensively. That Saturday almost looked a little bit in reverse. That you were a little bit more reserved with Negri getting high. Mm-hmm. Where do you see the two of you? How have you talked about who's going to go, who's going to release, who's going to stay back? What?
Yeah, it's something we've worked on, and we try to pick our times because we definitely want to make it unpredictable. You don't just want to have me high the whole game and him sitting, or him high the whole game and me sitting. But it's something that I'm still trying to find my way in, especially with the 4-4-2 diamond. Like I said, if I sense that there's a time where we're going to lose the ball, if I'm high, then it's very dangerous if I'm high. So it's definitely picking and choosing the right times to go. I think also staying a bit deeper, it's a bit easier for me to lead from the back. Sometimes I like to drop low and get the ball. I can see more of the field defensively. There's times where I do need to be more aggressive. There's times where I need to stay back a little bit more. But it's all about just finding different ways to play, finding different movements, because it's ever changing. That's the beautiful thing about the game. Is it's not one play and that's the one play that works. You just have to find what works within the game.
How has your chemistry been with Jake? He's a player that, like you, played in Europe most of his career. How have you been getting to know him and getting to play with him?
Yeah, it's been great. Literally, when we were in Sarasota, we were together, so I got to ask him a lot of questions. More so just about his family, about his life. Obviously, coming from Ukraine, he was telling me some stories about what's going on over there. So he's a really good guy, a guy that brings in a lot of experience, a leader. Really good on the ball, and a guy that's going to help us a lot defensively as well. So I think he's a great addition to the group.
Does he let his hair down at all, or is he as serious as he comes off?
He's serious, yeah. He's serious. He's a serious guy, but that's what you want out of your center backs. You don't want somebody that's gonna finagle around the ball or anything. He's serious. He does not afraid to get into a tackle. So we're happy to have him, and we're lucky to have him.
You mentioned leadership. Last year, you were a huge part of the locker room and the culture that was built here, and want to continue obviously this year. What's different? What's similar? How's the chemistry that you feel heading into the start of the season?
Yeah, it's been great. I think last year, obviously, there was a lot of younger players, still young players, but guys are now comfortable with each other. Guys are comfortable within the group, so you see more leaders stepping forward now, which is important. I think if you can have 11 leaders on the field at one time, then that's amazing. So more guys just kind of stepping into that position and letting their voice be heard, letting their voice be known, and you can see those players growing in confidence, which is only good for us.
Talking about that, Yedlin, we were talking with Edison Ascona, who's going to go and play the World Cup, the T20 World Cup. He said that you were a big influence on him, talking about the World Cup, talking about that experience. Can you talk a little bit about how you mentor guys like him, and also Israel is also going to the World Cup, and Noah Allen also?
Yeah, no, it's a huge honor. That's the first thing that they have to realize. It's an amazing honor. It's an opportunity that very few people get. So, it's one thing that I stress to even the guys I went to the World Cup with in Qatar is just taking everything off the field and on the field. Stay present. I know, especially for Eddie, he's going to be captaining his team, which is amazing. I think it's the first time a team from DR has gone to the World Cup, which again is incredible. I had him over at my house the other day. I think it's for the Super Bowl actually, and we were just talking about that. And like that's incredible. It's something that he should be really proud of. Izzy's been with us pretty much all preseason. He's been doing incredible with us. And it brings me back to when I was in academy and training with the first team a little bit. You can see he has that fire, which I'm really excited to see how his career goes, because I think he can be an incredible player as well. And then obviously Noah has a little injury, but he's going to bounce back, and hopefully he'll be there as well. And we've seen what Noah can do also. So really excited for all three of those guys. Like I said, it's an incredible experience, and it's really just about being present and obviously doing the best you can.
DeAndre, you're obviously one of the veterans in this team, one of the leaders in this group, and obviously you guys focus on the team that's here. But when you see the reports about Messi over and over and over again, what do you guys make of it, or what do you make of it yourself? Just about the links of Messi potentially coming here in the summer, potentially not. Just what do you make of it all?
Yeah, I mean, from being in the game for quite a while, I think in this game, can't really believe anything until it actually happens. There's reports every day of people going here and people going there, and even myself, I've seen reports of teams that I'm I guess going to that I learned of. So it's one of those things. Obviously, it's exciting. It becomes not just for us, but for the league. I think it would be huge. Just for soccer in general, North America, I think it would be huge. But if he doesn't, we have an incredible team, and we have an incredible group, and we're gonna continue on as if he's not here, because he isn't here.
Right.
If that time comes in the summer, then that time comes. But right now, we're focused on the present moment.
Talking about soccer, football in North America, are you planning on going back to the national team, to USA national team?
Yeah, I mean, if I get called, that's the main thing. I still have to get called. Nothing is given. So if I get called, obviously, I've been a part of the group for quite some time now. So yeah, it'd be great to be back with the group. But we'll see when the time comes.
That's
Perfect.
Thanks.